Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be doing a from scratch install of both G++ and Visual Studio Code, and we'll see how we can execute some files within Visual Studio Code on Windows operating system. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my web browser here, and I'm going to look for MinGW SourceForge. And that will take me to a website where I'm able to download MinGW, which is going to be the Windows port of GCC, the GNU compiler collection. So we'll save it, and we will open this file. We'll click Install, Continue, and it's going to take just a second to download here. All right, so once that's finished, we can go ahead and click Continue, and you should see a screen that looks something like this. I want to make sure I'm in the Basic Setup tab. I don't want to be in All Packages. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the G++ compiler and mark it for installation. And then we will go to Installation and click Apply Changes. This is going to take another minute or two to download. Okay, so that's finished, and now it's just extracting some files, and it says all changes were applied successfully. Sounds good. So close this, and we have now officially installed G++ on this machine. So we can open up our PowerShell here, and we can type G++ -version, but it's not going to work. And the reason it's not going to work is because we've installed it, but we've installed it in sort of a weird location. And I just happen to know that that location is here in C:\MinGW/binary G++-V. And now we see the proper model of G++. And you can use it like this, but it'd be pretty cumbersome if you had to type in that path every time. So we're going to modify our environment variable path by looking up environment variables, edit the system environment variables. Sorry about that, don't know what's going on here. I love Windows, by the way. Just kidding, it sucks. Okay, so we're going to open environment variables, path, and we'll click new, and we're going to say C:\\. This is just going to be the same thing that we used before, MinGW/bin. And we'll say okay, okay, okay. And now if we restart PowerShell, the ironically named PowerShell, then we should be able to say G++-V. And that works. We see GCC version 6.3. So if I try GCC-V, this should also work, and GDB-V should also work. Except that one doesn't. Okay, so that's good. So I'll show this for the video then. We can do MinGW get install GDB, and that will install GDB, and now we should be able to write GDB-V, and sure enough it works. All right, great. So what I can do now is go ahead and open back up my web browser, and I'm going to look up VSCode, and we will go ahead and download it for Windows. I think it might already be on this machine, but I'll just re-download it anyways. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it's already here. I will gladly accept any agreements for my own expedience while working on the school computer. All right, that'll take a minute to download. Okay, and we will crack open VS Code. And here we are. You should see a page that looks something like this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit new file here, and we will call it, actually, you know what I'll do is I'll go over my desktop and I'll hit new file here. We'll call it hello worlds.cpp. Okay, and in here I'm going to type my C++ code. We'll just do the basic hello worlds. We can hit Control-S to save this. And now I'm going to crack open a terminal within VS Code. It'll take a million years to spawn up for some reason. And we're going to write G++-V. Make sure it's worked. So it says here G++ command not found. In my experience, that's happened once or twice after a fresh download, so I don't know exactly why it happens, but I know that if I just reopen VS Code and try it again, then it will probably work. Yeah, so there it goes, it works. All right, so if I type ls here, we'll see hello world.cpp. So I can do G++ hello world.cpp, and that is my compilation command. We see an error here. Okay, so it looks like it hasn't installed one of the header files that I need it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write MinGW get install. It'll be MinGW 32 GCC or just -GCC, I believe. We'll try that. Okay. This is good. I've encountered a lot of problems during this installation, so you get to see me try to fix them in real time. Okay, so now we can try it again. G++ hello world.cpp, and it works. So we've got this file here called a.exe, which is my output, and I can write .-a.exe. We should see hello world printing to the terminal. Great. There is one more configuration you can do with VSCode, although I don't necessarily recommend it. I actually recommend that you interact with your compiler through the terminal, at least when you're learning, because I think you'll get a better understanding of what's going on. But if you'd like to integrate C++ better into Visual Studio Code, you can come here to extensions, and we're going to look up C++. It's going to be this one by Microsoft, and I will click install here. It'll take a minute. Okay, and now what you see is that I have this run button over here. So I can use these to run C and C++. You might see something that looks like this here, where it tells me that I need to edit the compiler path. And if you need to do that, then just type in the same download path that you had for MinGW and G++. So it'll just be this. Okay. And then that should fix that error. And now you'll be able to use these two buttons if you wish. But like I said, I still recommend using the terminal whenever possible. All right. Well, that is how we install GCC and Visual Studio Code for Windows operating system. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or otherwise. Other than that, take care. Thank you.